So there have been more developments in regards to Red Bull's cost cap breach, with McLaren team boss Zak Brown weighing in on the subject, following on from Toto Wolff's recent Red Bull diss track.
Now who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
So be sure to stick around until the end of the video to hear all the latest regarding the breach. And if you are interested in what Toto had to say in regards to Red Bull's cost cap breach, you can check that out in the link below or in the end screen after this video. So if you've got lost in all the madness since the news originally dropped, allow me to bring you quickly up to speed with what we know so far. So both Red Bull and Aston Martin have been found to be in breach of the budget cap in 2021, placing them in the minor breach category of an overspend of less than 5%. The budget cap was set at $145 million per team, and a minor breach could mean Red Bull and Aston Martin have spent anywhere in between the region of $7 all the way up to $7.2 million. And although the FIA found Red Bull in breach of the budget cap, Red Bull had this to say in regards to the FIA's decision. We note the findings from the FIA of a minor overspend on breaches of the financial regulation with surprise and disappointment. Our 2021 submission was below the cost cap limit, so we need to carefully review the FIA's findings as our belief remains that the relevant costs are under the 2021 cost cap amount. Despite the conjecture and positioning of others, there is of course a process under the regulation with the FIA which we will respectfully follow while we consider all the options available to us. So right now Red Bull are on the ropes and still swinging, but just when they think things can't get any worse, more and more teams and drivers are joining in on the witch hunt and adding fuel to Red Bull's fire.
It's a witch chase and shoot 'em up!
Yeah, that's what it is.
We have already heard Toto Wolff's strong views on the matter, but McLaren boss Zak Brown has also joined in, having sent a letter to the FIA president, Mohammed Ben Sulayem, and also to the F1 chief executive, Stefano Domenicali, where he had this to say. But before that, a big shout out to everyone who's stuck around to this point in the video, and remember to leave a like if you're enjoying today's video, and be sure to subscribe for more Formula 1 content like this. Anyway, moving on, here is what Zak Brown had to say. The overspend breach, and possibly the procedural breaches, constitute cheating by offering a significant advantage across technical, sporting and financial regulations. The FIA has run an extremely thorough, collaborative and open process. We have even been given a one-year dress rehearsal in 2020, with ample opportunity to seek any clarification if details were unclear. So there is no reason for any team to now say they are surprised. The bottom line is any team who have overspent and gained an unfair advantage, both in the current and following year's car's development, is a major breach. We don't feel any financial penalty alone would be suitable penalty for an overspend breach or a serious procedural breach. There clearly needs to be a sporting penalty in these instances, as determined by the FIA. We suggest that the overspend should be penalised by way of reduction to the team's cost cap in the following year, and the penalty should be equal to the overspend plus a further fine. For example, an overspend of $2 million in 2021, which is identified in 2022, would result in a $4 million deduction in 2023. So $2 million to offset the overspend, plus a $2 million fine. So Zak Brown has been very emphatic in what he had to say. And although he did not go as far into saying that Verstappen should be stripped of his 2021 title, he has pointed out the long-term gains that breaching the cap could have in terms of a team's performance. What are your thoughts on Zak's letter to the FIA, and how do you think it will affect the FIA's decision moving forward? So whilst we eagerly await the FIA's final decision, they have left us with this detailed statement to tie us over. The FIA Cost Cap Administration is currently determining the appropriate course of action to be taken under the financial regulation with respect to Aston Martin and Red Bull, and further information will be communicated in compliance with the regulations. Okay, it was a pretty vague statement, but it's all we've got to go off so far, and that'll have to do.
Spoken like a true politician.
But that brings us up to date with the whole Red Bull budget cap breach, and hopefully we can find out what is going to happen soon. What do you all think should happen to Red Bull and Aston Martin? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But with that said guys, that's the video from me today. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe, and until the next time, bye bye.